Dr. Zenilman has been the chairman of the Department of Surgery at SUNY Downstate since 2001. He's an established and award-winning clinician, teacher, and researcher, and prolific author of articles and textbooks. But I have to say that before Googling his name and reading his very impressive CV, I was already extremely impressed by what I think is much more important than what you can read on the web. You see, Dr. Zenilman and his wife Marilyn, who are both here today, were blessed from above with 9 wonderful children, 4 of whom I happen to know very well. 1 is an alumnus, and 3 are current students. You heard from Elliot a few minutes ago. I happen to think, and it's a scary thought sometimes, that you can tell an awful lot about a person through knowing their children. The rest is commentary. One more thing I learned. Dr. Zenilman's first academic appointment was in the Department of Surgery at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, where he had an astonishingly promising future. So why did the Jewish doctor leave Johns Hopkins? He and his wife wanted the range of Jewish educational opportunities for their children only New York City could offer. That tells you something about the man. Please, welcome Dr. Zenilman.
Thank you very much, Rifki. First of all, don't believe what she says. Just look at my wife. She's the one that runs this, and she's the real force behind what goes on in my family. I usually, just to show you how nervous I am, I usually give talks with no script and some PowerPoint slides, but I have to have things here, otherwise I'm going to forget what I have to say. This is an unbelievable day for me. President DeFleur, Rabbi Rebbetzin Slonim, honored guests, students, and of course parents. First, thank you for allowing me to represent the parents of Binghamton students on this really special day. I am especially proud to do so for 2 reasons. Rifki, of course, gave the first one, that I have kids that have gone here and continue to go here. The second thing is that my family is dedicated to the SUNY system. My wife and I actually graduated SUNY Stony Brook many moons ago when it was a young school. I graduated from SUNY Downstate, and of course, as you heard, I'm now the chairman of surgery there. When we parents send the students off to college, our children, it's likely the first time that we are really separated from them. And our innate worry kicks in. Will they be happy? Will they make friends? Will they keep to the principles that we taught them? We hope for all of this, and we hope that they would do well academically as well for their preparation in life. For Jewish parents, there's this little gene called the worry gene, whose chromosome hasn't really been isolated yet. This gene kicks in like you wouldn't believe. I never thought I had it. And it's been inhibited for the first 18 years of life, and then something comes off the gene and starts getting crazy. We hope our kid feels comfortable in their Jewish skin, and we hope that they wear it with pride. A few months ago, I was asked by one of my faculty if the position of the Jewish people on proselytizing, which is the act of trying to convert non-Jews to our faith. The simpler answer for Orthodox Jews and most other Jewish sects is no, we do not support this. However, we do very much support the concept of kiruv, which is bringing people of our own faith closer in. Rabbi Rebbetzin Slonim embody this concept and do it in a way that is unique to Chabad, or the Lubavitch Hasidic movement. They have devoted their lives to creating a home away from home for the Jewish children at Binghamton, and have been... I haven't been in Stony Brook in years. And they've been so successful that the building that they dedicate today, as you heard, is needed, not wanted. They need this because they have over 300 students. They simply could not fit these students into their home anymore. But they don't consider this work for kiruv. Their teacher, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who Rebbetzin Slonim introduced before, Rabbi Schneerson, did not like the term kiruv because it's really a misnomer. It brings somebody closer to your own way of thinking or to your type of religion is just bringing them closer to your, not God's way of life. Rabbi Schneerson felt the role of the shluchim, or the emissaries, was to provide a place where the person's innate Judaism was uncovered, where people would feel comfortable with their religious faith and where they would learn more about their heritage. No pressure, no looks, just love and education. Mesirat Nefesh, or self-sacrifice, is what these Chabad Shluchim practice, and the Rabbi Slonim and the Rebbetzin practice it as well as anybody. And that's why this Chabad house has a national reputation. Aside from the weekly Shabbat dinners, you heard about the Purim Carnival Shabbat 1500. They didn't mention the weekly pizza, which is absolutely great, and the graduation weekend. They collaborate. This Chabad house collaborates with other religious organizations to make student life here complete. The rabbi and rebbitzin are your child's friends, their teachers, and their mentors. They know exactly when your child is happy, sad, sick, and in like. They sometimes report it, they don't always. They even will give your kid a birthday cake on their Hebrew birthday. If they don't know when the Hebrew birthday is, the rabbi and the rebbitzin will figure it out. They are very special people. Their Shabbat dinner is a communal event, and if they don't learn anything in college, they'll learn how to set a table for 300 people and mush up the meatballs. The Sloanins are very special people. Their devotion to this work has had a cost. When they started here 25 years ago, there was nobody to help. Their children, who are growing up to be beautiful young adults, leave town at a very early age for their yeshiva education. Their children's first friends, get this, their first friends, their children, are your kids, the college students. Most here don't know that Rabbi and Rebbitzin only recently hosted a joyous, beautiful wedding for their daughter Chani last Tuesday in Brooklyn, and are expecting their first grandchild from their son Levi and his wife Hadassah any minute. Also, it was one of their birthdays this weekend, and I promise not to tell which one, but happy birthday, Rabbi. I found out because I think one of my children was asked to go get a bunch of party hats for some secret reason. I am very proud of my 4 kids that I've already sent to Binghamton. They found a real home both in your school, Dr. DeFleur, and the Chabad house, which is just right outside the campus across this really small river. You met Elliot, whom I'm very proud of, as president of Chabad. My son Daniel, who's here, was the treasurer last year. And for those of you who don't know, my oldest son, Jeremy, while he did not hold official political office, functioned as the call road for the organization and made sure it was very well represented fairly on the Binghamton student councils. My daughter Ariella fits the Chabad life in between her classes in biochemistry, chemistry, biology, calculus, physics, and juggles it all nicely. I think she wants to be a doctor too. When it came to fundraising for this building, it was easy for Marilyn and I to participate. We donated our monies in memory of my father and Marilyn's mother, my father David, alav hashalom, Marilyn's mother, Blima Bas David, Blanche, alav hashalom, both who embodied the same mysterious nefesh, the same sacrifice to provide us with the fundamental Jewish education we have. Rabbi and Rebbitzin Sloan created an environment here that lets that foundation grow. And I have to thank you, the other donors. You have invested well, and I really have to thank the architect and the contractors, and of course Mr. Newman, who I've never seen a building go up so fast in my life. While we consider the Sloans our friends, Mal and I will be indebted to them for the rest of our lives for what they have done for our and what they will do for your children. One last thing. I have visited the Chabad house with Elliot and Daniel in Tokyo, and I plan to visit the Chabad house in Beijing, China in November. While the Shaluchim, or the emissaries, are not all from the Slonim, Sternberg, and Garari family, many are. When you travel, you should visit. They are run by very, very special people. Here, though, in Binghamton, you just may have the best. Congratulations. Congratulations, thank you. Boachem b'shalom, welcome.